Oh my God. Has this been on? Son of a bitch, this has been on this whole time. Well, that's embarrassing. Shit. Hi, I had to redo my notes because I wrote them all in a color I couldn't read. And now y'all have to sit there hoping I didn't do anything really stupid. Oh shit, that's really embarrassing. Well, hell. Hi. Shoot. I'm absolutely mortified. I had no idea I hit record, obviously. Gosh, damn, I really hope I didn't do anything awful. Hi, my name is Courtney, and I am mortified at the moment, but that's just the way it goes sometimes, I suppose. This isn't what I planned on talking about today, which is part of why there was a last minute scramble. And then, of course, being partially blind and writing my notes it was such a pretty color. I was like, oh, this will work. No, it won't. God, I'm so embarrassed. I hope I didn't do anything stupid. Anyway, a lot of you know, and she knows that I've talked about this, so I'm not talking out of turn. One of my best friends is really having, well, not one of my best friends, my very best friend. She's really having a hard time, and she fell off the wagon pretty hard, and she's fallen off a few times lately. She gets back on, but she's in a really, really bad environment, and sometimes we just have to accept that we're in an unchangeable situation and we have to fix our attitude towards it because right now, and I know the reasons, there's a multitude of reasons, and a lot of them are actually good ones, why she can't leave where she's at. So she's going to have to adjust her attitude. And I'm going to send this to her um, when I'm done. And she's going to laugh her ass off at me sitting here frantically rewriting my notes with the damn camera rolling. God, what a moron. That's so embarrassing. Anyway, this information is from mindbodygreen.com. Gosh damn, I'm embarrassed. Number one, you cannot fix what you're not going to face. Okay, why are you unhappy? What specific? I mean, it's really easy. Oh, I'm unhappy. Okay, why? Give me the specifics because you have to drill down on this stuff. I'm unhappy. Okay, what the hell does that mean? I'm unhappy because this, that, and the other. Okay, now you're getting specific. So once you've done that, you can realize you need to look at that and go, okay, what's my role here? Because you did have a role in getting yourself into this situation. You just did. And it may have started out where she's at, it started out with the best of intentions. And it's just a bad environment. But you have to be honest and accept your responsibility for where you're at in life. Number two, you need to understand that happiness is largely a choice. Now, of course, there are some people who are very severely clinically depressed. It's not who I'm talking about. But most of us in our day to day life, it's a choice. Look, today is a great example. First of all, I just embarrassed the crap out of myself on a live on a live stream, but I feel horrible. I feel absolutely freaking horrible today. In fact, I was really pissed when I looked at my Fitbit this morning and it's like, no, I did not get that much sleep. There's no way. It says I got actually a pretty damn good night of sleep, 6 hours and a high sleep score, but my body disagrees. I could choose to be pissed off about that all day. I could choose to be upset about the fact that I had to skip my strength workout this morning because I had to accept the fact that I only have a finite amount of energy, even on a good day. And I had to make a choice this morning. Well, I could have been pissed off. But what good does that do? Do you think it helps me to stomp around here and be mad over something I can't really do a lot about? In fact, when I'm flaring like this, if I do stomp around here all pissed off and being hateful, guess what? It just makes the pain worse. It's self-fulfilling. But happiness is largely a choice. And our attitudes, it's our perception of a situation. A good example of this, one of my former mentors, and she's only former because we just have gone different directions in life. And there's nothing, she's still an amazing person with amazing information. I'm moving a different direction. Anyway, when she was a little girl, she overheard her parents talking about money one night, and money was tight. And somehow in her young mind, she perceived that as, I don't have value. And this was certainly nothing her parents said to her, but for whatever reason, she perceived that as, I have no value unless I'm working. And she ended up being a hardcore workaholic and burned herself out really bad. Of course, she got it all together and she's wildly successful and happy now, and that's wonderful. But my point is, just because you are in a situation and you see it a certain way, you need to take a step back and look at that from a more try to find a more neutral or even positive perspective, because things may not, now granted my girlfriend's situation really is that dire, but your situation may not really be that bad if you can take that emotional step back. And at the end of the day, even if things are bad, there are few situations that are truly hopeless. So I would encourage you to find the positives and write them down. Look, when my aunt died and when she passed at that time, it was the biggest loss I'd had in my life by far. And it was devastating. It was horrible. But some good things came out of it. My cousin and his wife came up. I barely met the wife before. I had the opportunity to get to know her a little bit. She's a wonderful person. My sister-in-law and I ended up cleaning out my aunt's condo. My sister-in-law and I have been close. Gosh, she's been part of my family. I think I was like 18 or 19 when her and my brother got married. Anyway, we're very close. We always have been. But that experience of going through my aunt's things, somehow, for some reason, it brought my sister-in-law and I so much closer together. That's a good, positive thing to come out of a really dark, horrible situation. So your silver linings might be a little harder to find, but they're there. And the reason you need to write them down is because you need to be able to refer back to that when you're overwhelmed by it all. Number 3, words matter. What we say to ourselves is everything. If you if you sit there and tell yourself, "Well, I can't do that," well, then no, you're right. You can't. Oh, it's hopeless. Then it is. Well, that's impossible. Someone's probably done it. You need to tell your, I mean, and I know this sounds so, it does sound cheesy, but it's the truth. You need to tell yourself, okay, this is a big challenge, but I got this. I can figure this out. This is doable. I actually just had this conversation with my doctor recently in regards to weight loss. Well, I've been pretty stuck at this weight for quite a while now. I've gone up and down a little bit. It's been several years. And I was telling her I just need to become the kind of person who can get to the body fat, the body composition that I want. If I could do that with the habits and everything that I have now, I'd be there, right? But then I got to thinking about it. I was like, I've already lost. If I'm looking just at the scale, I've already lost the amount of weight that I still have to go, which is kind of sad. But I know I'm the kind of person who can lose that because I've already done it. I just need to remember that. And that's why sometimes you need to write these things down so that you can remember to talk positively to yourself, that you can remember that you do have this. You can figure this out. Another example that's been really personal to me, a few years ago, my dear friend asked me, what would your life look like if you were healthy? And I was like, oh my God, I can answer this, right? You know what? I couldn't. And I couldn't for a long time. I'm just now getting to the point where I can answer that question. Do I know that's exactly what my life would look like? Of course not. But I know what I would like for it to look like. I know what I can imagine it would look like. So I write all that stuff down because this shit does get overwhelming. Number 4, you need to find positive influences. And you know what? If you're a negative Nancy like I used to be, you're not going to have any positive people in your life because positive people do not want to hang out with you if you're a Debbie Downer. They just don't. So I used to be that person. I used to be horribly negative. You know what I did? I got online. I found positive influences online. I joined a lot of, back then it was a lot of fitness um, message boards. That's the word I'm looking for. I did a lot of fitness social media. I get on YouTube. I have found people that just really uplift me. Trent Shelton. I haven't listened to him in a while. He has a great platform. It's very positive. Stephanie Lynn Coaching is someone that I like. Brendan Burchard. If you're looking at books, Jen Sincero, John C. Maxwell. But my point is, you need to find somebody, something that resonates with you enough that you can spend just 15 minutes a day reading or listening to something positive. You will be amazed at just 15 minutes a day. Give it 30 days. Give it 30 days and see where you're at. I'll bet you your attitude has changed a lot in that time. It's not a huge investment. Are you really going to tell me you're not worth 15? Put on something while you're in the car driving to work. Put on something positive while you're getting ready to go in the morning. You have that 15 minutes, just utilize it better. That's all. Affirmations work. I know they're cheesy, but they've been around because they do work. Find quotes or sayings that really speak to your heart and put them on sticky notes. I've got a ton. I got it. This little desk folds up. I've got a ton of sticky notes on here. Mine are mostly Bible verses, but sayings and quotes that uplift me. Um, you can even, maybe you want to work on being more focused this year. Maybe you want to be more present with your children. Then you can get your phone out and you can set alarms every day at noon. Your phone beeps and says, hey, you are going to be more focused today, remember? Hey, you're going to be more present with your kids today, remember? I know this all sounds silly, but it makes a huge difference. Look, we get what we put out there and we get what we focus on. So if you focus on, oh my gosh, my life sucks and this is so hard and nothing's going to change, then guess what? Your life sucks. It is hard and nothing is ever going to change. Finally, my bonus tip, this did not come from Mind Body Green. This is from me. You need to get off your ass and exercise. Now, I know you don't want to hear it. I know you're going to tell me you don't have time. You do have the time. You just spend it doing other things. And honestly, that's fine. That's your choice. That's none of my business. But I will tell you, if you're in a dark place, fitness is one of the best things that you can do for yourself because you're going to feel better physically and emotionally. It teaches you a lot about being focused and present. It teaches you a lot about setting and achieving goals. It builds your confidence. It reduces your stress and it lowers your anxiety. And you know what? That's another thing. You can just get online and find all kinds of free things. I don't care if you're wanting to get fit. I don't care if you're wanting to learn how to be a better parent. I don't care if you are wanting to learn how to be nicer to yourself. You have the internet at your fingertips. Get online, look around a little bit, find an expert in that area that resonates with you, and just be teachable. Anyway, that is all I have for today. I hope you'll have a wonderful day. Hopefully, Friday, I won't mess this up so bad. I almost cussed. Okay, y'all know that I cussed. Anyway, have a good one.